Every year, I post a video like this from AMEC, the Annual Medical Education Conference, where Black and brown pre-med and medical students gather to connect, learn, and build the future of medicine. And every year, without fail, the racist comments roll in. Lower standards, drug dealers, affirmative action. Are they even qualified? Comments proving that when excellence doesn't look like what you're used to, you assume it's a mistake. So let's talk about it. My name's Dr. Joel, the Medical Mythbuster, and let's talk about representation in medicine. First thing I should start with is that every doctor, no matter where they go to medical school, has to take the same Step 1 exam, Step 2 exam, and eventually their board exams. Quality is not lowered for any doctor, and if you made that assumption based on someone's skin color, then hint, you're racist. It's important to also understand history. In the United States, Black Americans make up 13% of the population, but less than 6% of doctors. And that's intentional. It stretches back to 1910, when a report by Abraham Flexner led to the shutdown of 5 of the 7 medical schools that trained Black physicians at the time. That one report decimated the pipeline of Black physicians, because the number one indicator that you become a doctor is having a parent that's a doctor. It wasn't until half a century later, with the Civil Rights Act of 1964, that Black medical students were able to attend previously segregated medical schools. And here's the thing, representation in medicine matters beyond just face value, it's life-saving. Black patients continue to be less likely to be diagnosed accurately, less likely to be believed about their pain, more likely to die from preventable conditions. But studies like this one show that increased representation of Black physicians in a county increase life expectancy and medical adherence in that county. And it doesn't stop there. We can talk about something called the GFR equation. GFR measures kidney function, essentially how well your kidneys work to filter out toxins. But for a long time, there was a racial correction to the GFR equation. That multiplier assumed that all Black patients had better kidney functioning than any other race. Spoiler alert, we don't. That race adjustment delayed access to care and kidney transplants for tens of thousands of Black patients across the United States. It took Black medical students, residents, and doctors to recognize that problem and fix it. Or we can talk about spirometry, a test that measures how much air we can breathe out in one breath. Lung function tests for a long time assumed that Black and Asian patients had lower lung function than any other race. It was based on racist 19th century assumptions, not biology. And that's not medicine. That's systemic racism that's built into our tools that we use today. When it comes to clinical trials, Black people, women, and other minoritized groups are still less likely to be included. That means many of the drugs that we take and the treatments that we trust are tested only on white, able-bodied males. Despite there being research that shows, for example, that heart attacks present differently in women than men. That's why representation in medicine matters. Why AMEC matters. We're not just here to diversify medicine. We're here to decolonize it.